In a world that constantly pushes for more possessions, more achievements, more information, the idea that less is more can seem counterintuitive. Yet, time and again, we find that simplicity is not only exquisite, but often profoundly effective. The concept that less is more is rooted in the understanding that our lives, our work, even our thoughts benefit immensely when stripped of excess. It's about embracing clarity, intention, and focus, and recognizing that true richness comes not from abundance, but from appreciating and making the most of what we already have. Consider your daily environment. Walk into a room cluttered with furniture, scattered objects, and overflowing shelves, and immediately your mind feels burdened. The excess creates noise and distraction. But when you step into a space thoughtfully designed with only a few essential objects, each with a purpose or meaning, you can breathe easier. Your eyes, your mind, even your heart find peace. This is the essence of minimalism, removing the unnecessary so what remains can truly shine. Our schedules mirror this truth as well. Filling every moment with activities, trying to be everywhere and do everything, leaves us weary and overwhelmed. Instead, when we prioritize what matters most and make conscious choices about where to spend our time, we discover depth. A sparse calendar might look unproductive at first glance, but it creates the space for meaningful work, true connection, and much-needed rest. Empty time is fertile ground for creativity and joy. The power of less extends into how we communicate. Whether in writing or speech, the most impactful messages are rarely the longest. They are clear, concise, and chosen with care. Consider an iconic poem, a memorable speech, or a heartfelt compliment. The right words, delivered with intention, can move people far more than paragraphs of explanation. By removing filler, we allow our true message to come through, undiluted and memorable. This principle also plays a major role in design, art, and architecture. Inspired by movements such as Japanese aesthetics or the Bauhaus school, creators began to value clean lines, open spaces, and a deliberate use of negative space. Each element serves a purpose, and nothing is there by accident. These designs not only please the eye, but they also allow the viewer, and even the occupant, to feel more grounded, more attentive, more present. But why does less feel like more? It's because our brains are wired for connection and meaning, not for endless stimulation. When faced with too much, be it information, tasks, or sensory inputs, we shut down, overwhelmed by the noise. But when what we see or do is limited to the essentials, our brains engage with intention. We notice the details, savor the experience, and form stronger memories. In relationships, too, less is often more. It's not the number of acquaintances that matters, but the depth and authenticity of the few we cherish. It's not grand gestures that build bonds, but small acts of genuine care and attention. Embracing the idea that less is more is not about deprivation or austerity. It's about making room for what matters, about refining until only the most valuable remains. It's about pursuing quality over quantity, substance over show. In letting go of the superfluous, we give ourselves the gift of clarity, focus, and peace. So, whether we are editing our to-do list, decluttering our homes, streamlining our work, or nurturing our relationships, the principle holds. By paring down, we make space for what is truly important. In simplifying, we amplify meaning and joy. And ultimately, we discover that in the wise words of architect Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, less truly is more.